Today, we gather at this significant event to witness the symbolic destruction of firearms, marking a crucial step towards peace and stability in our continent of Africa and in our great nation, Uganda. This ceremony embodies our collective commitment to creating a safer environment for all citizens, as this year's theme states, safer communities through voluntary disarmament. On behalf of the government of the Republic of Uganda, I'm honored to preside over this ceremony today, considering the vital role we play as an institution in this initiative, which aligns with our mandate to preserve, defend, and protect Uganda's people, property, sovereignty, and territorial integrity. We recognize the importance of disarmament in fostering harmony and understanding between our forces and civilians, especially in the Karamoja region, where successes were registered that have paved the way for the peaceful environment that ushered socio-economic transformation. And as we say this, we recognize the successes of Karamoja. One of the successful commanders who was in Karamoja, the immediate past, is here with us, Major General Don Nabasa. Stand up for recognition. He was too successful, and we appreciate you. Uganda and Karamoja will continue remembering you. The government's commitment to end the proliferation of illicit small arms and light weapons has spread to all players. And I'm happy that the African Union and other partners are together in this journey with us. The Symbolic Act serves as a powerful message, demonstrating our direction to, 1, peaceful building, which encourages culture of peace and non-violence among our citizens. 2, national security that strengthens our efforts to maintain internal security and stability. 3, regional cooperation by contributing to regional peace initiatives and promoting safer African community. The Amnesty Month helps to collect some of these uncontrolled weapons from civilian possession. And to date, Uganda has destroyed over 140,000, nearly 150,000 pieces of small arms, demobilized over 1,980 tons of unexploded ordnances. And these weapons are major enablers of violence, be it in the form of insurgencies, armed banditry, terrorism, or communal conflicts. For instance, a study conducted by the African Union Commission in 2023 indicates that approximately 90% of the small arms and light weapons are used by terrorists. These scenarios contribute to the disruption of livelihoods and economic activities. I would like to commend the efforts of all stakeholders involved in making this initiative a success. Together, we can build a brighter future for our nation, Uganda, East Africa, and Africa as a whole.
I want to add my voice to those who have spoken to welcome you to this historic place. This function we are holding today, as a country, Uganda, we have been, it's not the first time. We have had several torching of these guns. And as we had the amount of guns that we have been able to collect from those who have them are quite a number. But it's very important, symbolic today that the African Union recognizes us and is being with us to this destruction, and we are very grateful. And this place here is symbolic also because this is Gadaffi Barracks. I think it was the first barracks in the country. It was the 4th African Rifles Regiment in Uganda here, formed in around 1917 or before that. Now, one significant occupant of this barracks who justified independence with the Sergeant Major was General Idi Amin. So the British trusted him with leading the troops that time. But before they left, they wrote a report saying Idi Amin should never lead any troops. Now, the British were using him to control Ugandans, but as they were leaving, they were not confident. I mean, at least they were honest themselves to say he shouldn't have been. But what he became, we all know, and perhaps it is one of the causes of these small arms we have here. So it's very symbolic.
We are today still blessed as we were yesterday, because this is a collaboration, a continuation by a member state of the African Union in pursuit of the Assembly decision of 2017, I believe it's 645, that was on observing every September the Africa Amnesty Month. But just to re-emphasize as well that as the theme for this year states, safer communities through voluntary disarmament. The amnesty is not only a once-off event, but a commitment at the highest level of the African Union that we have a serious challenge in terms of illicitly held or possessed or even traded small arms and light weapons. So in that regard, we are glad that the Republic of Uganda has hosted us this year, although it's October 3 today. We very well know that it's commemorated in the month of September. But as I've already indicated, Honorable Minister and ladies and gentlemen, this is not a one-off thing. It requires commitment through us, our whole communities on the continent. And as I've indicated, this was an assembly decision in recognition of the difficulties, challenges that we face to the safety, security, and even socio-economic development of our communities throughout the continent, that we need to deal with this issue, and precisely as well to contribute to silencing the guns on the continent.
UNODA is very happy to continue to support the Ugandan government and the African Union in the silencing the guns agenda and on this Africa Amnesty Month. Weapons destruction or disposal forms a very important aspect of the life cycle management of weapons and ammunition. Once weapons are collected without an eventual destruction or following the rightful procedures that need to be done, they can still be a risk and a threat and also a source of diversion. So weapons destruction is a very important activity, and we are happy to witness and support this. The United Nations has some standards and guidelines that can support states. For example, we have the Modular Small Arms Compendium, and most of the regional arms control instruments have also integrated some of these modules, including the Nairobi Protocol as well. So we use this opportunity to also raise awareness and encourage the implementation of these standards, and also to encourage the disposal of weapons as agreed in national distraction plans. So thank you once again, and we remain committed to support the Africa Amnesty Month and the Silencing the Guns agenda. Thank you.
Today's activity follows the launch of the Continental African Amnesty Month that was launched yesterday at Speak Resort Union, held under the theme Safer Communities Through Voluntary Disarmament. This gathering is not only a national milestone, but also a continental statement of our shared commitment to peace and security and stability. The government of Uganda, in collaboration with the African Union, has actively participated in the campaign to encourage voluntary surrender of illegal firearms, particularly from rebels and ex-combatants in the northern Uganda. These efforts have strengthened our collective resolve to rid our communities of the tools of violence. The campaign concludes here today with the public destruction of recovered arms or weapons in the presence of our partners from the African Union. This act is more than symbolic. It is powerful, a reminder that the future of our continent must be built on dialogue, reconciliation, and security. As we witness the destruction of these weapons today, let us remember that every firearm removed from the circulation is a life potentially saved. A community made safer and a step closer to the Africa we all aspire to: peaceful, secure, and prosperous. On behalf of the Cantonment Commander and on behalf of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, I warmly welcome you to this ceremony. May our actions today inspire continued cooperation, unity, and determination in the fight against illicit proliferation of small arms and light weapons.
Present.
All over violence in
Like this, melting it, and then can be used for some other productive production.
1, 2, 3, we say taxi. Again.
You're good to go?